I gotta say, my first impression of the new HH cymbals are, I love how not too bright, not pingy. They have a dark character to them, but they are still very resonant and relevant in the song that you're playing. The crashes sound great when you first hit them, but they don't take over. They disappear pretty quickly afterwards. A couple of the rides I tried have a great, you can crash on them, you can rock on them, and they, at no point do they overtake the whole kit. Most of what I do is session work here in Nashville, and obviously that requires a fairly varied selection of cymbals. So you can be recording for a pop country thing one day and a dark singer-songwriter moody thing another day. These HH cymbals, I feel like I could use a lot in different settings. The smaller ones, like the 17, 18-inch crashes, I feel like it doesn't matter. Unless you're playing in some grunge thing, they're always going to stand out, but not be too much. I don't feel like you're going to have a hassle with overheads. A lot of engineers have this issue with drums where the cymbals sometimes take over the room mics and everything else, and so there's an issue with rides and not hitting the rides too hard, or being careful about what you're doing with your tracking, as sort of a rock and pop country thing. But you still want to rock, but you're not supposed to hit the cymbals hard. I think these cymbals are right up there with those that you can have on there, hit them, and they're not going to interfere with anything. I'm actually looking forward to seeing how they work in these different settings. On the darker, kind of very more open tracks, they just speak so nicely. I mean, you can hit them softly. Those rides, particularly, you can hit them softly, and the decay is beautiful. I love it. Was my mistake. I thought I heard the taxi driver say, "It's not your life. It's just that kind of day." In my opinion, the feel of these cymbals, I mean, they're pretty stout cymbals. They're not super thin. You know, sometimes you can play pretty thin cymbals and they just, you hit them and they're just not really giving anything back. I mean, these have definitely got some weight to them. But like I said before, they're not clangy. They don't take over. So I actually really like them. They feel completely natural to me. Like I said, on the ride, if you can sort of flat stick it on the ride and it still sounds good. I will say the hats too are crisp but not bright, and that to me is kind of a big thing, because I'm just not a big bright cymbal kind of guy. For the most part, I just have never used bright cymbals, but the hats will definitely hold their own in a track. They're not too sizzly or sloshy or anything, but like I said, not bright either. So yeah, I'm a fan.